question. Okay, Abdullah. So I'm giving you some options. So you will tell me the answer.
Ma'am, won't you draw the graph?
No, it's the question is like this only. Read the question properly and then tell me. Yes, hello Martin, can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am.
Oh, you were here, I didn't see you. So Martin, is that okay if we do a revision of polynomials today?
Okay.
Okay, then please sit with your pen and paper and I'm
Okay.
writing some questions so both of you will give me the answers now. Because we have already done this chapter, so I think you can do it now. And then we will discuss also. Okay, in the meanwhile, I'm writing another question. You do the first one.
Do you have to write the question?
If you wish, you can note them down. Yes, it will give you a revision for your test, etc. But tell me the answer also, right? Note down the question also. Tell me the answer also. Yes, Abdullah. What about the first question?
Ma'am, the answer is 3.
3. Why do you think it's 3?
Because
Explain the.
it cuts the axis at 3 points.
Hmm. Okay, and touches it at 2 other parts. So will it be the 0 of the polynomial or not?
The 2 other parts?
Yeah, it is saying that it is cutting the x-axis at 3 points, right? And touches it at 2 other parts. So what do you think? Like how many zeros it should have?
Only 3, ma'am.
Only 3. Okay, if the graph is something like this, it is cutting at 3 parts and touching at 2. So I think it can be something like this, that 1, okay, then okay, one touching, right? One cutting, one touching, then another one cutting, another cutting, another touching, something like that. Yes.
Yeah. Five then.
See, it's 2 points here. You can see at 2 points it is only touching, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
And at 3 points it is cutting. So what are the 3 points? 1 point, 2 point, and the third point. So how many zeros it should have?
Five.
Martin, what do you say? 5 or 3?
Um, I think it's I mean,
Five. Five. Five.
Okay, so your answer is 5. And what about Martin's answer?
I think it's 3.
3. Are you sure, Martin?
Yeah.
Open your NCRT book. See the first question of the first exercise. We have
Okay.
already done this type of question where
Oh
it
yeah,
was
man.
only touching.
Oh, 5. Yeah, 5.
Yes, the answer is actually 5. Understood? So this way the question can also be asked. So this is, just my imagination. I don't know what is the exact graph, right? I just imagined one example. So only the language question can be there. So you should have good understanding of it. Okay. Now come to the second question. It's very easy. Yes, Abdullah, so much of time you are taking.
Ma'am, 1 minute. One. I'm doing it.
Martin, yes, what should be the answer?
The second one.
B. Okay, I'm just noting down. Abdullah will also tell me, then I'll say what is the answer. So Martin, according to Martin, is B. Okay, Abdullah, you tell me.
C.
Yes? B.
C.
C for cat, right? Okay, so
No,
this
I
is
think
the
it's A C. C.
C. Okay, now Martin also C. So you should be sure first of all, okay? Not just, I think
I
or you
told,
have.
like, I asked if you're doing the second one, not like the options.
Hmm. Okay. So how do you write it? First of all, tell me what is the.
Ma'am, K is equals to.
Hmm.
No, I mean K multiplied by a
Hmm.
bracket. I mean bracket open x square minus sum of the product
Hmm.
into x plus the
Alpha
product.
beta. Okay, fine. That's a general representation. Fine. So here the product is 3, right? So that means alpha beta is 3 and the sum is 7. So alpha plus beta is 7, right? So if you write it, so it will become x square minus 7x and plus 3. So which should be the answer?
The first, second.
First one. Ma'am, I didn't see that the product is first or sum because most of the time the sum is first. The product is the last.
The A
So that,
option.
yeah, so I mean, just to confuse you, things can be given in this form also. You have to look very carefully, isn't it? Read the question properly, give it a minute. And first of as you start reading the question, start noting down also that what is given, the way I write, right? Okay, fine. So what is the answer? The first one, right? Okay. Now one more question I'm giving you. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. If alpha and beta are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial, okay? Zeros of, okay, in short, I'm writing are the zeros of px. Px is equal to x square minus k plus 6 into x plus 2 into 2k minus 1. Okay. Then what is the value of k if alpha plus beta is equal to half of alpha beta? Okay. Now I'm giving you options. -7, B is 7, C is -3, and D is 3. Now give it 5 minutes, think about it, and then tell me what should be the answer. Yes, any idea how should I do it, Abdullah?
1 minute, ma'am.
Yes, Martin, what should I do here? See, it's very simple question.
Not sure, ma'am.
Yes, Martin?
Ma'am, not sure. I'm not too sure.
Hmm. Yeah, Abdullah, first of all, you give me hint. What should I do? Abdullah, no idea? You have already done the chapter, isn't it?
Yeah, ma'am.
So some hint, at least give me, what are you thinking of doing?
No,
See, it's so simple. Martin, now look here very carefully, both of
Okay.
you. Like how to do this kind of questions, and this kind of questions will come in the exam or test, right? It's so simple. Say a polynomial is given, right? Px is equal to x square minus k plus 6 into x plus 2 into 2k minus 1. All right. Right.
Okay,
What is the
ma'am.
value of k? I mean, this is something, additional information is given. You may use it in the question. Now, what you have learned in the chapter, Abdullah, first of all, recall that. The only thing you learned in the second exercise, which is actually, see, the first exercise is about the graph, isn't it? Yes, Abdullah?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so whenever you get a graph question, so that is from the first exercise. Now you come to the second exercise of the question. There were only two things which you studied. One was this, that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, alpha beta is equal to c by a, right? This was one thing. And another thing was how to write a polynomial. So this was the general representation, alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. Yes, Martin?
Yeah.
These were the only two things which were used in the whole exercise. All right. So all the questions which are going to come will be solved using this much information only. Understood, Abdullah? So you don't have to think anything else. Just use this much. Understood?
Okay.
Yes. Now, so we will do it like this. First of all, if you compare it with this way also you can do. So this thing should be your alpha plus beta. All right. And this thing should be your alpha beta, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. That's how we write a polynomial, isn't it? Or you do it like this. If you don't want to compare, you can simply do like this, that sum of roots is equal to minus of b by a and product of roots is equal to c by a. Understood? Yes. So find what is the product of root. Now what is b in this case?
B is k minus k plus 6.
Martin, there's a minus sign also. You are
Oh, we
making
should
mistake.
count that. Okay.
First thing, whenever you start solving a question, note down what is your A, what is your B, what is your C. So to avoid mistakes, okay, A is 1, right? B is equal to minus of k plus 6, there's a minus sign, and C is equal to 2 into 2k minus 1, right? Then do alpha plus beta, otherwise you will make a sign mistake. Alpha plus beta is minus of B by A, then this minus is actually for the formula, okay? Now put the value of B, so it is again minus k plus 6. All right, this way you have to write. So don't forget this minus will be there. Use a bracket and then put the value of b. Then a is 1, right? So minus minus plus, so you only get k plus 6. All right. And also find alpha beta, which is c by a. So c is 2 into 2k minus 1 and divided by again 1. So you get 2 into 2k minus 1. Understood? Now, because you have to find k ultimately, now use this information. So there's a relationship which is given, that alpha plus beta is equal to half of alpha beta. And these values you have already found out. So alpha plus beta is k plus 6 is equal to half of alpha beta is this 2 into 2k minus 1. Understood?
Yeah.
Now simply solve for k. 2 cancel out. K plus 6 is equal to 2k minus 1. And then 6 plus 1 is equal to 2k minus k, or 7 is equal to k, or k is equal to 7. So b should be the answer. Isn't this simple?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, use this. Okay, these are the only two concepts which has to be used in every type of question. Getting my point? So don't give too much of burden on your mind. Simply think about this thing only whenever you come across any question. Understood, Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this is the only thing you have to use in the exercise. Now, some more questions I'm giving you. Please note down. This was a good question. Note it down. Yes, sir. Noted, both of you.
Yeah.
Next question. Now please solve it. This is easy. Okay, write down. Find the quadratic polynomial. Find the quadratic polynomial, sum of whose zeros is sum of whose zeros is 5 by 2 and their product is 1. Okay. Hence, find the zeros of the polynomial. Yes, Abdullah. Noted, both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now do it. Okay, just stop. Just a minute. I just want to make one thing clear, Abdullah. As both of you were confused in the first question of graph, isn't it? Just to explain one thing again. For example, this is a graph. All right. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Please speak up, both of you, if you are there.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So the confusion was about this point. Yes, Abdullah, that it is touching the x-axis. So whether it should be a zero of the polynomial or not. Understood? Now, again, come back to the definition of zero. What is zero? Zero is actually that value of x at which your polynomial gives you the value zero, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
Martin. So that value of x at which your
Yeah, ma'am.
px becomes zero. I mean, that is called the zero of the polynomial. Now look at this value of x. For example, this is, x is equal to 1, this is x is equal to 2, this is x is equal to 3, like that. So 1 and 3, it is intersecting, 2, it is only touching. Now what is the value of the polynomial at x is equal to 2? Polynomial is on this axis, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
So at this point, actually a y-axis is 0, isn't it? There is no y. The point is lying on the x-axis only. That means your
Yeah.
y coordinate is 0. The coordinate are 2 and 0, isn't it?
Okay.
So px or y, whatever you call it, y also you can call it. Y is basically your polynomial px. Okay. So at this point also the value of your px is equal to 0. There is no y-axis here. So that is why the point at which it is touching is also a 0 of the polynomial. Understood?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ma'am. Ma'am, I got the answer.
Okay, that's good. You got the answer, but please, I mean, there was a little bit of confusion, so I was just explaining this thing. So touching means there is no y at that point, so it is also a 0. Okay, now give me the answer. What is the answer?
2x square minus 5x plus 2
Just a minute. 2x square.
minus 5x
Okay,
plus 2.
plus 2. Yes, Martin, what is your
Yeah, I'm
quadratic
finding it,
polynomial?
ma'am.
Okay, do the second part also, Abdullah. Hence, find the 0 of the polynomial.
Ma'am, I found the zeros of the polynomial.
What are the zeros?
This is only the zeros.
Oh no, this is polynomial. Now what are the zeros of this polynomial? I mean, what are the values of x? Zero means the value of x, isn't it? At which the polynomial is becoming 0. This type of question will definitely come. Find the 0 means, Abdullah, you have to solve it now. Equate it to equal to 0 and then find the value of x. So those values will be the 0 of this polynomial. So far, this is just the polynomial you have found out.
Yeah, ma'am, I got the answer.
Yes, what is the answer?
It's 2x square minus 5x plus 1.
Plus?
Plus 1.
Oh, plus 1. Uh,
Wait, ma'am, let me recheck.
See, Martin, there's one mistake you are making. See, the general formula is, like the general representation is k is equal to x square minus alpha plus beta into x and plus alpha beta. All right. That's what I use.
Okay.
K can be any real number. Okay. Now, in this case, sum is 5 by 2. That means alpha plus beta is 5 by 2, right? And the
Yeah, ma'am.
product is 1. So product is 1. So always note down, first of all, what is the information given. Now use this. So k into x square minus alpha plus beta means 5 by 2 into x and plus 1, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Now, if you want to remove this 2 from the denominator, so you can take k is equal to 2.
Okay.
So for k is equal to 2, this will become 2x square minus of 5x plus 2. So this is one of the polynomial.
Okay.
Yes. So this 2 will also be multiplied with 1. So this is the polynomial you have got. Now find its zeros. So what we do to find 0, this is what we were doing.
Ma'am, the sum of two,
So I mean, this is your px now. Px is equal to 2x square minus 5x plus 2, right? Now to find 0, set px is equal to 0. Please note this in your mind. Whenever you want to find the 0 of the polynomial, you have to do this thing. Okay.
ma'am, 1/2.
How much? X is equal to 1 by 2 and
X is equals to 1/2 and another x is equals to plus 2.
plus 2. Okay. Uh, yes, I think that's right. Yes, this answer is right. So Martin understood.
Yeah, ma'am.
Now you will do 2x square minus of 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. So now you will factorize it. That means you will split the middle
The
term.
middle term.
Yeah. So quickly do it. Okay, note down. I'm just writing next question. You do it, complete it. Okay, Abdullah, I'm giving you one more. Just a minute. Let me.
That was ma'am, what's the next question after this?
Yeah, I'm just giving you the question.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay, this kind of question can also come. So Martin, please complete that question.
Okay.
Now write this. Again, if one of the zeros of a quadratic polynomial this is the polynomial k minus 1 into x square plus kx and plus 1 is minus 3. Then the value of k is, who will tell me now? So I'm giving you 4 options. Okay, tell me now. Yes, any idea? See, it's again so simple. If one of the 0 is minus 3, okay, 0 is actually given here. Then the value of k is 0 means, what is the definition of 0, Abdullah? Yes, Martin, what is the definition of 0?
Root.
Yeah, I mean, okay, if 0 is actually that value of x at which what happens?
In which the equation is solved.
Yeah, basically your polynomial becomes 0, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, that is the definition of 0. Yes,
zero.
Abdullah. Like, what is the definition of 0? 0 means that value of x, okay? That value of x at which px becomes 0. Yes, Abdullah? Now, that value is already given to you. So that value is minus 3, which is already given to you. That means at x is equal to minus 3, your polynomial should become 0, isn't it?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. So simple. If polynomial is this, for example, k minus 1 x square plus kx plus 1, that's the given polynomial. So this is polynomial in x. So if I take the value of x minus 3, my polynomial will become 0. Understood?
Oh,
Yes, Abdullah. Like it is given that uh, minus 3 is the 0 of polynomial. So by the definition of 0, at minus 3, a polynomial should become 0. So wherever you have x, write minus 3. That means k minus 1 minus 3 whole square plus k into -3 plus 1 should become 0. So in place of x, now you have -3. So just solve it and find k. Quickly tell me what is the answer. Yes? I can't hear you, Abdullah.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
Hmm. Yeah, what is the value of k? Quickly tell me. Martin, it's so simple. Can't you solve it? K minus
Yeah,
1
I'm
into
doing.
-3 and -3. So minus will be gone, it will be 9 plus. Then this is minus of
And 4
3k.
by 3.
Yes, so much of time you are taking, 4 by 3. So that's right, k is equal to 4 by 3. So that is why I'm saying that understanding of the concept is very important, right? Please note this in a box, please. If 0, like what is 0? 0 is that value of x at which px is equal to 0. So this type of questions will be given where the 0 will be given. So that means you already know if this is a 0, that means if you put this value, your px is going to be 0. Got it? So note this type of question. Next, another good interesting question is, if alpha and beta are the zeros of quadratic polynomial, are the zeros of
The last question's answer was what?
4 by 3, Martin, 4 by 3.
Okay.
So you will solve it, you will get it. Please note down, it should be 4 by 3. Okay. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial fx is equal to x square minus p into x plus 1, right? And sorry, minus of c. So that's the quadratic polynomial. Show that alpha plus 1 into beta plus 1 is equal to 1 minus c. Okay, just think in your mind, what were the formulas of in this exercise? Only that much information you are going to use here. Try this out. Yes, Abdullah.
I'm doing one minute.
Martin, okay, find out what is alpha plus beta and what is alpha beta. Quickly, tell me.
Minus B by A and C by A.
Alpha plus beta is how much?
Minus B by A.
Are you sure about the minus sign? Okay, minus b by a. Okay, right. So what should I write here?
Um, minus B.
No, no, no. See very quickly, both of you. Do we have x here? We have p outside. We don't have x outside, right? It should be like something in the bracket. Then I should have an x here, isn't it? That is how I write my equation, like the general representation, b into x plus c. So there is nothing which is multiplied by x. So first of all, you have to solve this thing out, isn't it? So your fx will actually become like this, x square, right? Now you open the bracket. So minus of px, and then plus minus of p, all right? And then you have minus c. Is that okay? So this minus p will be multiplied with both x and 1. Now this will become x square minus of px. And from here, I can just take minus sign common. I can write p plus c, right?
Yeah.
Or if you want to compare with this, like you have a positive c here, so you can write it like this also, minus of px, sorry, and then you put a plus sign here and take minus inside, no problem, right? Okay, just a minute. Okay, let's see here. You can write it like this, x square minus px and then plus minus p minus c. Okay, I'm keeping plus outside. Is that okay, Abdullah? Now can you compare this thing with this thing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that this is your b. Okay, now what is a here? Tell me how much is a, like the coefficient of x square is 1, right? Yes.
Yeah, A equal to
Okay,
minus 1.
yeah, b is how much?
B equal to minus 1. Or minus B.
Minus p. Okay, c. Now see one thing, you already have one c here. Okay, so
Okay.
this c, don't, I mean, don't write c here now because you will get confused. Okay, use, at least write constant. C is what? Basically your constant term, right? Getting the point, Abdullah? You already have a c variable in your polynomial. So this a, b, c are coefficients, right? But here you have something else. So don't write c, use constant. So constant is this, minus p minus c. Getting the point? Otherwise you will get confused. You will write c is equal to minus p minus c. Now which is c in the, which is c is the variable and which c is the coefficients? Uh, Yes, Martin, clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so write this constant. Now write what is alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta is minus of b by a. So what should I write here?
Uh, minus P minus P by 1.
Yes, okay. So this is p. Okay, and then alpha beta is basically your constant term and divided by a, right? So constant is minus p minus c and a is 1. So it is minus p minus c. So that's alpha plus beta. Now what you have to find out? Alpha plus, now you have to show this thing. So come back to this thing now. So you have to show that alpha plus 1 into beta plus 1, right? It should be equal to 1 minus c. So let's solve it. Now multiply. So alpha beta plus beta and plus 1. So I've opened the bracket. Yes. Okay. So now put the value of alpha plus beta, alpha beta here. So alpha beta is minus p minus c, right? Plus. So can I write alpha plus beta value here? which is P, and then you have a 1, so plus 1. Now this P will get cancelled out. It is minus C plus 1 or equal to 1 minus C. So proved. Yes?
How did we get like from alpha plus 1, beta plus 1 to alpha beta
Hmm.
plus?
Okay. I'm opening the bracket here. Let's do it again. Yeah, okay. So I have alpha plus 1 into beta plus 1, right? So basically, one time, okay, I'm breaking it like this: alpha into beta plus 1 plus 1 into beta plus 1. All right. So
Okay,
I've opened the first bracket. Now you do the multiplication. So alpha into beta and plus alpha. Is that okay? First bracket I've opened.
okay,
Now second bracket. So 1 into beta is beta and 1 into 1 is 1. So it's like this.
okay.
Yes. Now I can again put, because all are positive terms, so I can group them together because I know the value of alpha beta plus. Then I know the value of alpha plus beta, so I can just make them in the bracket, no problem. So now you can clearly see this is alpha beta, this is alpha plus beta. So now put the values
Okay.
you have already found. Yeah. So whenever you have minus sign, then you have to be a bit careful. The all are positive, you can group them in a bracket, no problem. Yes, Abdullah, are you here?
Yeah, ma'am.
Hmm. So have you done all the questions of NCRT, Abdullah?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so one question I'm giving you now. You will do it. Noted, both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next question. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial, Px is this. So I'm not writing the full question. You can write. If alpha and beta are the zeros of Px is equal to 4x square plus 3x plus 7. Okay. Now find the value of, find first alpha square plus beta square, and then second you will find 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta. Now do this, both of you. See, whenever you have this alpha beta type of question, the first thing is to find alpha plus beta and alpha beta, which you know. Clear? How to find? This is minus b by
Oh,
a, this is c by a. So first thing, do this. Find out what is alpha plus beta. Tell me. So I can
minus
clearly
b by
see.
a,
Yes,
minus 3 by 4.
yeah, so I can clearly see. Okay, so this value you have got. Now come to what you have to find. So first thing, you have to find alpha square plus beta square. So you know only this much, nothing else, right? And you have to find square.
Okay.
So here you will make use of the identity that we have already done this type of question once. Use this identity, alpha plus beta whole square, you know, a plus b whole square formula. This is equal to alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. Remember this thing? A plus b whole
Yeah,
square formula. Yeah. So simply from here you can get the value of alpha square plus beta square. So you can take this 2 alpha beta on the left. So alpha plus beta whole square minus of 2 alpha beta will be equal to alpha square plus beta square. So this value you already know, this value you already know. Put this. So alpha plus beta is minus of 3 by 4 whole square
so
minus.
we can just directly take the whole square.
Mm, directly means what, Martin? I didn't get.
Like from alpha square plus beta square, we can take alpha plus beta the whole square.
No. This is a lot different. Alpha square plus beta square is not equal to alpha plus beta whole square. Yes, Martin? For example,
Yeah.
you take some values. Let's say alpha is 2 and beta is 3. Now check it. So 2 square n plus 3 square, right? What will you get on LHS? This is 4 plus 9. How much? 13. Clear? And now solve this. Alpha plus beta whole square, that means 2 plus 3 whole square. So this is equal to 5 whole square. This is 25. Are you getting the same thing? I have just put the values of alpha and beta and I have checked. So I'm not getting the same thing. This side 13, this side 25. Right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So there is an identity which relates the two. So alpha plus beta whole square is not equal to alpha square plus beta square. It is alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. That's the formula. Remember? Yes, Abdullah, remember? Okay. So from here, you will just solve these numbers and you will get alpha square plus beta square. Now, second part, you have to find 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta. Yes, Martin?
Yeah.
So see, alpha and beta individually, you don't know. You don't know what is alpha. You don't know what is beta. You know only alpha plus beta and you know alpha beta. So you have to convert everything into this. So what we will do is we will take LCM. So alpha alpha